Welcome to episode 7 of The Zip, Deadline Detroit's weekly newscast, which you should not confuse with 60 Minutes.
I'm Mike Wallace.
I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Harry Reasoner.
I'm Ed Bradley.
And I'm Michael Lucido. Our regular host, Kelsey Hubbell, is out for the week, but lucky for you guys, I am just as pretty as she is. But don't tell my girlfriend I just said that. Did you go to Windsor for Weed Wednesday? It's now legal throughout Canada, but not all Windsorites are getting the green light to smoke up. The Windsor police chief is telling his officers to come to work sober. Officers are further encouraged not to use marijuana, period. We'll see how that works out.
Holy shit.
As if Spartans haven't been kicked around enough this year, we learned that the M in MSU might actually stand for, I don't know, masturbation. MSU medical resident Michael Finn, 32, faces charges of sexually assaulting 2 women at a clinic where he forced them to watch videos of him masturbating. You know, how come some people just look the part? Garland Gilchrist, who is running for lieutenant governor with Gretchen Whitmer, shows us how not to react to controversy. Charlie LaDuff broke the story that Gilchrist is the owner of a vacant and blighted apartment building in the North End neighborhood of Detroit, and neighbors are not happy. He also failed to pay the property taxes on time, but when Fox 2's Taryn Asher went looking for a comment, Gilchrist acted like a 7th grader who got kicked out of the class for making fart noises.
And Garland Gilchrist II did what he could to dodge our request. Or can I talk to you after then? Because we would like to ask you some questions about why you didn't pay the taxes, let the house go. We waited to speak to Gilchrist after his event. Can we have a couple minutes of your time, Mr. Gilchrist? But he wasn't interested in that either.
We sent all the documentation.
I know, but I think the voters, the people have a right to know what exactly happened with the house and the property taxes.
We sent everything. We sent our statements to you all. We sent everything.
Can I talk to Mr. He was the one running to be lieutenant governor.
We have to get to another event. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tamara.
Can you just tell me why you let the house go to that point and why the property taxes weren't paid?
Garland, come on. You have to do better. We don't need any more 7th graders in office. Hell, we already have one in the White House. But now, for the upside. Gilchrist has fixed up the property just a little bit, but he's also gotten GOP gubernatorial candidate Bill Schuette to actually step into a Detroit neighborhood during the campaign. Schuette videotaped himself outside the dilapidated house a day after the story broke and demanded that Gilchrist step down as a candidate.
I'm Bill Schuette, and I'm standing in front of property owned by Garland Gilchrist, the Democrat candidate for lieutenant governor. And this appears to be in violation of public health codes, constituting a public nuisance. Kids riding on the sidewalk and nearby, no security. He's not living here.
Elsewhere in politics, Republican Senate candidate John James stepped into it this week. Turns out a swastika on a bulletin board inadvertently made its way into one of his ads. The campaign says it was a stock photo and it was an oversight, but wow, talk about bad timing. The good news, we couldn't find any tiki torches in the background. Downtown Detroit has a new neighbor. Meet the Scientologists who officially opened their new Detroit quarters at the corner of Griswold and Jefferson. The opening ceremony was Sunday and hundreds of Scientologists attended, but there was one key member that was missing from the event.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn.
Yeah, whatever you say, Tom. Also in news, rest in peace, Mike Clark, the Mike half of the Drew and Mike show on WRIF radio, died unexpectedly this week. He was 63. And the Red Wings are winless in their first 6 starts. It's a rebuilding year, so let's all just get used to it. They play tonight in Tampa Bay, and hats off to the Pistons, who won their opener Wednesday night at home against the Brooklyn Nets, 103-100. For up-to-date news throughout the day, click on Deadline Detroit, and we'll see you next week.